What's up, guys? It's your boy Elzenitho. I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. So there is this process I usually do on my system, right? That whenever I see that probably it's giving me this sign of sluggish attitude or slowish vibe, I just run this process. And when I run this process, I usually find out that most of the time my system starts running fast again. And so I'm going to show you these processes, and I know a lot of you might know this process, so probably when you watch this video it's going to be like a wake-up call for you to go back to like working on this process again. So the first thing I do to like take away unnecessary stuff from my system is, so you are going to press down your Windows button. So you're going to press Windows R, so Windows and R, and when you press it, your run program comes up. Or if you don't want to probably go through that stress, which is not stressful actually, you can just go to your Windows and just press RUN, run. So either ways it would come up. Now the first thing you want to do, you can start with this, but the first thing you want to do is just type in temp, TEMP. So when you press in temp, so anything you see here should be deleted, because the system always like when you after you work for a very long time, there are certain elements that the system keeps that are not necessary, that are practically useless, right? And they keep taking space on your system. So it's always essential that probably once in probably a month or once in 2 months you do this, you walk through this process to relieve yourself of several junks on your system. So the first thing is just Control A and Shift Delete to delete everything. But if you're probably skeptical about using Shift Delete, because probably you might delete something you're not supposed to delete, just delete normally, right? Skip. Sometimes some things will not get deleted because you're currently using a software that requires something inside, so you don't need to stress yourself. Now the next thing is Windows R. Also you type in percentage, temp, and percentage again, just like this, and you press enter again, and you would see also a bunch of folders that are full of junks like past works, past saves, and all those things. So what you want to do is just clear them off. So I'm going to just Control A to select all. I'm going to delete everything. Now you would see that I mean you can see 22 gig, like I have junks of 22 gig. And to be honest, the last time I did this was like 2 weeks ago, and I know that yes, I run a lot of software on my system. Like I have Illustrator, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Filmora, After Effects. I have a lot of software that I use regularly, and so there are certain situations whereby all those software will probably save junk somewhere, and so it is necessary for you to always do this. So just check it, and you'll see that you might not necessarily have space issue. It might just be that your system has clogged a lot of junks together. So just try it and see how it works for you. And this is totally safe, right? Everything you delete here are junks. They don't, like, there's nothing here that would affect your system if you delete it. They are just junks. It's just like if you take a piece of paper and you cut it into many parts and you dispose it, but you probably take 1 or 2 bits of those paper and you keep it somewhere. They are still junks, but to the system it's just like a way of probably like a form of I don't know, probably just to show that something like this used to exist or something like that. That's the best way I can explain it. But yeah, we're just going to allow that to do its thing. Then we would also press again Windows R, and this time we're going to press prefetch, and you press enter as well. This one will require admin access. So after doing that as well, you just select everything and delete everything as well. All right, no, just watch it as it is. Yeah, so now I just on this process alone, I just relieved my system of about 23 gig just on this process alone. Now this way your system would have more space for use, and also your system would run, faster. Now, another thing you need to consider is this. Let's go to Task Manager. So just go to your Windows and type in Task Manager. Now, one thing you need to notice is when you go to your startup, ensure that anything here that is enabled is highly essential for your system. Else, just disable it. Now, anything you see here as a startup and it is enabled means that immediately boot your system or immediately turn on your system, those stuff will actually run on its own. You understand? And so some might be heavy, and so it will take time for your system to boot. And when you first boot your system and you turn it on, it can just load in less than 6-7 seconds. But now you notice that 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, in some cases, the system is still booting. So you might want to probably check here, aside all those ones we just finished doing, you might want to also check here to see that there's nothing of high startup impact that is enabled. So you can check here and you see the startup impact and you see the status. So for this, the startup impact is low, that is, it doesn't really affect the startup so much. We have some that affect the startup, which is like this one, startup impact is high, Movavi Video Studio. So I'm going to disable it. Then you can scroll down as well. Internet Download Manager, the startup is high as well. But because I love using Internet Download Manager to download my stuff, and in most cases I don't remember to turn it on until I have clicked download. So it can be a lot of stress for me. So I'd rather leave it on like this. So in other cases, anything here that is not essential, I'll just leave it or I'll just disable it. So in this situation, just go through, like for example, if you have any software here that is enabled, any software that you are not using, like for example, probably you have Photoshop part of this, or Canva, or anything that you know that you don't necessarily need, immediately it puts up, please just disable it. And when you do that, you will notice that your system, will start functioning faster and smoother. So yeah, that's basically all about this tutorial. It's a very, very short one, just a brief tip to help your system work faster and smoother. So if this resonates with you and if you gained something today, just give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'm going to see you next time.